Hello, this is Florida Joe 3. I'm in the middle of a project to make a railing for the upper room in my dream shop. I'm making this rail from saplings that I've painstakingly stripped the bark from. There are 4 floor-to-ceiling posts and over 30 balusters, or short posts, with just as many 10-inch long spacers. I've drilled holes in the post and balusters so that I could thread them onto a half-inch length of rebar. I stood the post and balusters up in the positions they'll occupy and used my laser level to show me where to drill the holes. I first drilled half-inch holes in all of them, but later had to drill them out to 9/16 holes so they would fit on the rebar. I'm using a small sledgehammer to persuade the wood onto the rebar, as it is a tight fit. As I am selecting the next baluster and spacer to go on the rebar, I'm temporarily putting them on a short piece of rebar and holding them parallel to the already installed balusters to check for spacing and aesthetics. I have a little 4-inch piece of scrap wood that I use to check the gap along the length of the balusters to make sure I meet code. Because the ceiling is sloped, the floor-to-ceiling poles have to be in their exact positions along the railing since each was cut to a particular length. Here, I'm measuring from the first post to the second to make sure I have the right distance between them. It turns out I had to remove a spacer so that the second post would be in the right place. If there's a branch or a knot that keeps the baluster too far spaced out, I just cut it off. Towards the end of the railing, I realized I had not made enough spacers. So after measuring, I figured out how many more I needed and went and cut some wood to make some more. Since I have to make some more spacers, I thought it might be nice to show what is entailed in stripping a sapling. Here I have a 4-inch diameter sweet gum tree, and I'm stripping it with a half-inch chisel. These trees strip very easily as they are very wet beneath the bark in the spring. Here's the aftermath of about half the trees I stripped. It looks like a beaver family reunion happened here. The two posts on the ends of the railing are not drilled out to 9/16, but are left at ½ inch in order to ensure tightness. Therefore, this last post will require more persuasion from a 10-pound sledge. I propped the long post up in chairs because the balusters had branches that would otherwise touch the floor. Here's a look at the railing assembly without the sill or top plate. I removed the sill from where it was installed so that I could screw it onto the base of the post and balusters. When I temporarily installed the post, I traced their location on the sill plate and top plate in order to ensure proper installation. I used pipe clamps to hold the assembly together while I screwed the post and balusters to the sill plate. It was about at this point that I realized not all the bottoms of the post and balusters were evenly cut. I got out the laser level again and used it to mark and cut the bottoms of the post and balusters that were cut too long. Here's the railing with the sill plate installed. It has to go here, but first I need to install the top plate, which is still screwed to the steel C-channels. I'll take that down and screw it to the top of the full-length post, and the whole assembly will be ready to install. I need to hang one end of the top plate on the C-channel using a C-clamp so that when I get all the screws out, it doesn't come crashing down, but I can gently lower it. I unfortunately forgot to record the standing up of the wall and placing it, but it had to stand up all the way inside the loft and past the I-beam and then slid under it and then stood back up behind it. If you can see the I-beam at the top of it there. And then it had to be slid back against the wall because the I-beam coming up the side was blocking it. You see how it goes around the back of that. Once it was in place, then I just screwed it to the floor, and then I used those same screws that was holding the top sill before to screw it to the C-channel. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.